great announcement over the last couple of weeks with yourself. What's it been like to be named the captain of an Australian team?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, pretty surreal. I don't think it'll really set in until I walk out with the boys in Dubai in a couple of weeks' time. So still a bit of time to think about it and get nervous about it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's an exciting time and hopefully I can do a good job.
You've always had a pretty strong sense of your own ability, but yeah, I mean, who would have thought a couple of years ago when you were on the fringe of the Victorian team that you'd be where you are now?
Yeah, it's been pretty steady rise, I suppose, in the last few years. There was a time for a while that was pretty tough, in and out of the one-day team, not really getting a crack with the four-day stuff. So I think I just worked pretty hard through that time and really tried to make my game as consistent as possible. And there's still a lot of flaws in it, but I feel as though it's come together pretty well, and I feel confident in my technique and in my total game at the moment. From
a technical point of view, is that sort of mainly tightening up your defensive game?
Yeah, slightly. I think there's just a few changes that I've made that help my all-round game. I think the ability to play through the leg side is probably one that I've really struggled with in the past, and just a couple of small things that have made a big difference.
Anybody in particular who's made a big difference from a coaching or mentoring point of view?
I think when you travel around so much and play for different teams, you tend to get some advice off a lot of people, so it's just about trying to filter that and use bits and pieces that a lot of coaches have had some input in and see what works. And playing county cricket in England was fantastic. While trying to change my technique under game pressure, it was quite challenging, but it was good fun.
Tell us a little bit about that experience. You obviously had a pretty good run there with the bat.
Yeah, it was nice to play. I think 5 4-day games in 6 or 7 weeks was really consistent and really good fun. Different role I batted in the middle order, so that was something I had to get used to. It's not something I've done a hell of a lot in any form of cricket, so it was really good fun, and a place that I'd definitely love to go back if I get a chance, back to Yorkshire. So I mean, that's such a good way to play cricket. They're very aggressive, very attacking, and I think that goes to show with how many points they scored this year and taking the title. I think that it was testament to how attacking they are and willing to risk losing games at times to benefit themselves.
And Jason Gillespie, you've been some good raps on him. Having seen him up close, what were your thoughts on his performance as a coach?
Yeah, he was fantastic. He was very relaxed, as most people would expect. Tough on the boys when he had to be, but all round, he understands the game so well. He understands what it takes to get guys right and prepare guys for a match. So very, very good. I loved working with him, and like I said, it was the whole club were excellent.
And in terms of preparing guys to play, as a skipper, do you think that'll affect the way you prepare?
No, I don't think so. I've done it a little bit in the past with the Renegades in Australia and things like that, the odd Shield game for Victoria. So not a real lot changes, to be fair. I think that you just make sure that guys are clear with their roles and they're allowed to prepare as best that they can.
In terms of your own aspirations, have you set any goals for this season, or is it just sort of more of keeping on?
I think you just got to reassess all the time. We've got a tough series against Pakistan coming up, then T20s and ODIs against South Africa. So, I mean, there's not a real lot of time to look too far ahead. Otherwise, people go past you pretty quick. And there's plenty of good openers going around in state cricket who would be competent to take my spot if I take my eye off the ball. So, I think it's just about looking one series at a time and making small goals along the way.
Good to be with you, Finchy. All the best for the season ahead, mate.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.